So I recently just got off a podcast interview, phone call, whatever. When I got asked one of the most amusing and interesting questions that I think have ever come my way that I've had to field, and that's why I always wear camo. No matter where you see me, I'm wearing some sort of camo, whether it's just shorts or just a shirt or whatever. And I really had to think about the answer to this one because it's really funny. You know, it's held a number of different meanings, I guess, in my journey. Number one, it used to be simply the idea that throw on some camo, you go hunt. And then came the bad dose of life medicine, where my life completely changed against my will, and I found myself really deep down in the pits of social anxiety and depression. And when I did that, when that happened, the meaning behind the camouflage changed because it went from being fun and representing fun to representing a way to hide and always be in the background, kind of like this right here. It's a way to blend in and not be seen. And then came the moment that really I stepped out of it. I stepped out of the background and I took social anxiety by the reins and I started to lead the way. And looking back through the course of my work, the camouflage now represents hope, and it represents a determination to help those out there that suffer and struggle with it the same way that I did. And through that experience and through that little journey of struggling and then coming out of that, which is something I'm still in the process in my personal life of working on, it serves as a reminder of where I've been, where I've gone, the trails that I've walked. I remember as a kid going on a hike with my grandfather all the time, and he'd always stop along the trail, and we'd turn around and look back at where we've been, where we came from, and he would always ask me, "Do you see where you come from?" Because that's the way back home. Yes, the path leads you to where you're supposed to be. You gain the experiences. However, when you get lost along that trail, such as I did during that horrible taste of life's bad medicine, it always served, the camouflage always served as a way to be able to find a way back to the light. When you sit underneath the night sky long enough, it has this way of making everything look identical. And within our mind, we start to feel as if that's just the way things are, and we accept it. Even though we truly hope that we can find better within our life and the situation that we're in, we don't ever really try because we feel we're just stuck and this is just the way it's going to be. But when you walk down the trail and then you turn around and look back at where you've come from, you realize not only have you made an obscene amount of progress that being trapped in the moment you would otherwise miss, but you also remind yourself that there's a way back home, and you can gain so much perspective just from that. So it's a very helpful thing, and that's the reason that I still to this day always wear some form of camo. I would love to wear bright colors, maybe, as the old Johnny Cash song goes, maybe even one day wear a rainbow. However, the work is yet to be completed. And when that work is done, not only for myself, but for everybody that this journey and this project impacts. That's the day that I can turn to that. Until then, it's the reminder, day in, day out, that there's work to be done.